Let's go back to Daniel's time. Here's the Euphrates River going through the city of Babylon. You find the story in Daniel chapter 5. Daniel had been prime minister under Nebuchadnezzar, but now a guy by the name of Nabonidus is king, and his son Belshazzar is co-regent ruling on the throne while Nabonidus goes out and does other things. So it's a story about Belshazzar. And Cyrus's forces surround the city. He's the Persian that Isaiah had predicted by name to come 150 years before Cyrus was born. So Cyrus's forces are out here, and the king says, let's have a big party. I'm going to show everybody that I am not afraid. We have great fortifications. We have lots of food. We've got water. We're fine. And possibly because Isaiah had predicted the fall of Babylon by Cyrus's forces, he says, and we're going to use all those special bowls and cups from that temple in Jerusalem. We're going to use them to serve the alcohol. I'm just here to tell you, when you're in trouble, it's not a good time to insult God. But he thought he could get away with that. And so they get 2,000 of their people together for a big party, his leaders and their girlfriends and wives and all that, and they're having a big party. And they're serving alcohol out of God's containers. And while they get good and drunk, in comes a hand. And the hand starts writing. Many, many tekel upharsin, burns right into the rock. Ever heard of a finger that can write in stone? Maybe they were thinking the same thing. And then the hand disappears and the writing's still there. And it said the king's knees were smoting one against another. And he tells his wise men, if you can tell me what that says and what it means, I'll give you a gold chain, a royal robe, and I'll make you my prime minister tonight. But I'm just here to tell you, drunk wise men aren't very wise. Daniel comes in, takes a look at that. He knows what's happening around the outside of the city. He knows what Isaiah said. He knows Jeremiah had predicted 70 years, and it's been 70 years. Babylon's fallen. He knows it. He walks in, reads it, and he says, King, you knew better than this, but you haven't been serving God. And your kingdom will be taken from you and given to the Medes and the Persians. Oh, by the way, it's many, many tekel upharsin. Your weight in the balances and found wanting. The king says, okay, Daniel, here's a gold chain, a royal robe. You're now my prime minister. Babylon's going to fall. He's going to survive and become prime minister in the kingdom of the Medes and the Persians. How does he do that? Because he knows Bible prophecy and he plans accordingly and he goes along with what God said to do. Knowing prophecy is useful. But he said the Persians were going to conquer Babylon. So here's how it happens. Here's the Euphrates River. They go upstream, they divert the water. The water flows out during the night. During the party. Well, they just bring their forces, they just march right under the gates into the city. Now, inside there were walls and there should have been soldiers on there fighting, but hey, everybody's partying and the drawbridges were open so the drunks could get home at the end of the party. Cyrus is called the Lord's anointed from the east. You have a drying up of the river Euphrates, and it prepares the opening for the king of the east. And it's called the Lord's anointed, like Messiah. There's another Messiah from the east, Jesus, and he's coming from which way? The east. And he's at the right hand of the Father. Oh, if Jesus is king, so is the Father, right? Read it again. Then the sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates. Oh, chapter 17 says in Revelation, that great city is on many waters, Babylon. It represents people. The people start drying up. Remember? They've been getting the plagues. And its water was dried up. The support of the system dries up, so that the ways of the kings of the east might be prepared. And Jesus and the Father are coming from the east. It's preparing for the coming of Jesus.